Good morning, guys. Alrighty, today is the 25th of June. I think it's Sunday. Or no, no, I'm kidding with you. It's Tuesday. Forgot the regular work week for everybody else started yesterday. I don't usually get days off, so yeah, I sometimes forget what day of the week it is. All right, we're at the Express Fuel, whatever, 19 truck stop in Eloy, Arizona, or Arizona City, whatever you want to call this area right here. All right, we're gonna be making our delivery this morning to the Walmart distribution center in Casa Grande. We are coming from the Tyson Foods facility in Cedar Fort. I think that's what it's called. I keep wanting to call it something else, but I'm pretty sure it's Cedar Fort, Utah. It's a lot of beef. Yeah, I know it's Tyson Food, but I thought Tyson did chicken. Yeah, they do mostly chicken, but they also do pork and beef too. And this just happens to be a beef load. Okay, we're getting on westbound 10 here, and then we'll get on westbound Interstate 8 in a couple of minutes here, and make our way across. I don't know why Google wants me to take the previous exit. Normally we get off at Thornton Avenue and take Thornton across. I don't know if maybe Thornton's closed for road construction or something. Trying to rationalize why Google would want me to use that route instead of just straight up Thornton Avenue, which is the street that Walmart's on. I don't know. I might have been there a few times though. Used to run dedicated, mainly ran Walmart dedicated at a Colton, sometimes Riverside in California, and then a lot of times we'd have these loads. Let's see, double check. Like if I had loads that went out to Tucson or Las Cruces, especially on the weekends, they would have us do what you call an integrated route, where, let's say if I delivered in Las Cruces, which was most commonly what it was, especially because I was a team speed truck, I would then head back from Las Cruces up here to Casa Grande, drop my empty there, grab another trailer that's loaded that was always going to Las Vegas, and deliver into any assortment of Walmart or Walmart neighborhood market stores up there. So yeah, I I already knew Las Vegas area fairly well from living in Barstow, but my younger years, but yeah, I got to know that area even more. I even had one time where I went right across the terminal area in my truck. Well, it used to be called McCarran Airport, but now it's called, I think Allen Reed Airport or whatever it's. I can't remember what it's called now. I don't even know why they changed the name of that airport. I don't know, maybe someone in Las Vegas or someone else who's more privy to that information can elaborate on that. Like I said, I always knew it as McCarran Airport for many years, and I still have a hard time. I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. I think it's Allen Reed. Reed Airport, or I don't know. See, I still can't get it right. I don't know. Anyway, we're about to Interstate 8 here, and also we'll get zoomed in here. If I can figure out, I don't see any. Google's not suggesting there's any closures there, so it doesn't make sense to me why I would want to use anything other than Thornton Avenue. Because I just get off at Thornton and go straight up. Weird. Okay, so on the route down here, man, that was quite an enjoyable trip for the most part. Now, I had my usual assortment of bad drivers to deal with. And I'm starting to rethink what how I should handle my clips channel. Those of you guys who don't know, I have two YouTube channels. I have this one here that I post all my vlog activity to. And then I have another one, a smaller one, just for clips, for shorter stuff, and it's mostly compilations of things I encounter. A lot of times it's same issues, on-ramp conflicts, someone playing road yo-yo with me, someone cutting me off to exit or stuff like that. I'm really just trying to show some of the things that people do to drive a trucker crazy. And and also I have the channel there for entertainment, because there are people who get a kick out of watching my reactions to traffic situations. I mean, okay, I'll be not gonna lie, I come across as very aggressive. Let's just put it that way. But again, it's just for entertainment. I'm just trying to illustrate what kind of frustrating situations a trucker goes through. I'm not saying they're not all caused by other people. I mean, I might contribute in some ways to some of them as well. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but a lot of the times, it's dealing with people who are doing stuff they should not be doing, like distracted driving, and which causes me to be affected. All right, I'll go ahead and why would that be 2 minutes shorter or slower? That doesn't make. I mean, it's even suggesting Thornton now as an option. That's the one that goes directly up there. So I'm gonna go my normal route. Just do Thornton Avenue. There's a car coming around that curve. But all right. Anyway, that was my first time coming. Basically taking Utah State Route 20. And US 89 down, basically to Flagstaff from I guess I would call it the Penguich area of Utah. Right, where the hell's Penguich? Alright, well, it's in between, basically if you're in between Cedar City and Beaver, Utah, there's an exit there for Highway 20. That goes off to the east over to the town of Penguich. And then you end up on US 89 and go south on there. Now, there are some 8% grades on, was it 20 or 89 or both? I can't remember. So, it is pretty steep in spots. But my load isn't super heavy. It's 23,000 pounds, so it wasn't too bad for me. Even on the 8% grades, I didn't really have too much difficulty keeping my truck speed under control, and without having to use my brakes as well. But it was very scenic, especially when you get down more into the, near the Utah-Arizona border, and also on the Arizona side. It's it's just gorgeous. I ended up doing I didn't want to run overnight. I'll run into the night and have nowhere to park. I could have made it all the way down to probably maybe even Phoenix. I don't know. Might have been a little bit short of Phoenix. But I went ahead and ran to I just ran to basically this parking area, this gravel dirt area, just like a couple miles north of the Utah-Arizona line. Very quiet there. There was nobody there. It was big, and there was only just myself and a Pride trucking driver there, and that was it. Great. Just gorgeous view though. I posted on TikTok a shot of me at just off to the side of a place called Glen Canyon Dam, which is just a hair past the Arizona line. And it's like, that was just an amazing view going across that bridge. And I mean, right here to your left was the dam, right very close by. And then on the right side, it's a pretty good drop down there to where the water's at, and it goes through this canyon. It's just amazing view. Definitely worth checking out if you're into scenic stuff. My video couldn't even really justify, I mean, couldn't even do justice, whatever, for what I actually saw. Alright, we're coming up on Thornton Avenue now, and okay, so I touched on another topic at the end of the last video, or toward the end of the last video when I was picking this load up, because I mentioned in there that well, you might have heard yourself even the guard telling me don't slide my tandems until I'm off there, out past the guard shack first. Now, there's two-part thing to this, because one, I want to address that a little bit more than what I actually did in that video, and two, I got a question from a viewer yesterday asking about it's related to backing with the tandems back, and I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, there is road work going on here. Maybe that's why it was wanting me to go the other way. It doesn't look like it's closed. Alright, so so first, why would they care if I have the tandems back, or if I slide the tandems while in the property still, or once I'm off? Okay, at face value, it sounds like a stupid rule, but it's not a stupid rule necessarily, because if you look at where I was at, I had problems with my my front camera. I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So I kind of butchered that whole video, except for the arrival part. What was our limit? 25 there? Okay. Anyway, right behind me was a fence. And if I left my trailer right where it was, right where it was at, and I slid my tandems right there without pulling forward first, I would say there's a decent chance I would have probably hit the fence with the back of my trailer. So they have that kind of rule, and it's like there's nothing even next to my trailer at all, nowhere near it. You would think that, well, why does it matter? But apparently it does, and they don't make stupid rules for just no particular reason. They make stupid rules because somebody did something stupid that caused them to counter the stupidity with something stupid. And I'm not saying I blame them for it. Like I say, they probably had plenty of damage done to their fence because the driver's sliding their tandems while they're in the property still. And also when you're, let's say you're in drop spots, particularly when it's a tighter fit between trailers, any tail swing at all can make the difference. Can cause you to hit one of the trailers that you're parking in between, or pulling out from in between, whatever. So absolutely, it's certain facilities, it really is essential to have your tandems back the entire time you're on the property. So to answer in that question that was asked yesterday on my one of my other videos, now I'm going to address this more with the idea of you don't necessarily have to have your tandems back on the property, but they might, if you're at a customer where they want you to have your tandems back when you're in the dock door. Okay, so to slide your tandems before or after you square up with the door, that's really another the other question we have here, and the answer to that is it really doesn't matter what works for you. As long as your tandems are slid all the way back by the time you bump that dock and set your brakes, you're good. Whether you slide them back before you start getting in between other trailers or after you're already there, doesn't really matter so much necessarily, but there are pros and cons. Like I said, if your tandems are forward, you're going to have tail swing. And anytime you have tail swing, there's always a risk that you're going to hit somebody next to you. Case in point, when I was a rookie driver, I was at the Loves in LaSalle, Illinois on Interstate 80 there, pretty close to I-39. And I butchered my setup a little bit. I was set up too much toward the side truck. And I remembered I tried to force the issue by steering hard left and back to square up with the trailer. And why is that? Through traffic turn left. Yeah, but there's... Okay, now this street here is the one that was wanting me to cut across, and then right here, just on the other side of it, is the DC. Yeah, that's why it wanted me to move left. It's been a bit. Anyway, though, I'm trying to force the issue instead of just resetting so I can get in there at a better angle. I came diving into the spot at a really steep angle. Come on. So ultimately, what happened? Now I was going very, very slowly, and then you only like a crawl, trying to inch my way into the spot. Trying to get my tandems to clear the guy on my side and trying to rotate in. And while I'm trying to rotate in, and I'm like right next to the guy on my side, I felt the trailer ricochet off of something. I'm like, shit. And I knew as soon as I felt that I was ricocheting off the side of the Stevens truck that was parked right next to me on the blind side. So I pulled forward just a slight bit, and then I got out and took a look, and sure enough, yeah, I was the same distance away from Stevens as when I moved forward. So I get into this, I go to reset, and I actually taught myself how to fix a bad setup like that on the fly there with that backing. But I reset, basically pointed my trailer more out in front of the spot, and then got it to rotate in at a much better angle. And then after I got in the spot, I looked all over that guy's truck, and I couldn't find anything showing, like, where exactly did I hit this guy? I don't see it. I don't see anywhere. So all was well that ended well, but I still had a backing accident, and that could have been avoided. Of course, people are going to say, yeah, you could have gold. But beside the point, if you're coming in at a bad angle, you're going to hit anyway. And it's better to just, close this up. Now, yeah, goaling is always great, but, I mean, I'm never going to discourage goaling, but making sure you're going in there at the right angle in the first place is extremely helpful too. Because then it doesn't matter if you're going or not, you're not going to hit, you're not going to be so likely to hit something. But me personally, I usually will slide my tandems before I even get into the spot. Now, also, if your tandems are back, you won't have tail swing like you will when the tandems are forward. So that's one benefit to that. In fact, at tight backing areas, some drivers will actually recommend you slide your tandems all the way back. That way you can come in there at a really shitty angle and still get in the spot without hitting anybody. I don't personally do that myself normally, and because of the tail swing concern, I normally won't drive with my tandems any more forward than the California hole, which is 40 feet, unless I absolutely have to have them there for weight reasons. But other drivers may not want to do that, and a lot of drivers say they have a hard time with doing backings when the tandems are back. Really, it's no different to me than a regular backing, except one little detail. When you're setting up, where you start your setup from is the only thing that I do differently. Now, normally I start my backings when my tandems are forward, when my hood mirrors get to on the opposite end of whatever spot is just past mine. in a normal situation. Now, if it's a tight lane, I'll go ahead and go 1.5 to 2 spots. Usually around 2 spots past the, before I start my setup. If I'm doing a Tandems backpacking, I just start the setup one more spot further away, further past my spot than I normally would. That's the only thing different. Everything else, the entire process is exactly the same to me. It's that easy. But yeah, a lot of people don't know how, they have more difficulty with, and also when you're backing the, let's see, oh. Morning, how you doing? Trying to separate my stuff that I don't need to. Oh, that might be my old one. Let me double check. Yeah, that's from my previous load. So yeah, the one that you have should be the right one.
What's your phone number? Alright, driver in front pulls out, pull up, come inside, let's go.
Alright guys, we're checked in and got a dock door assignment, door 334. So we'll get ourselves a little bit of exercise going from the dock door to the office. Not a problem to me. Alright, so I guess going back to that topic there of Tandems back, let's say if you have the option where it's up to you to decide, go ahead and decide on your own whether I even recommend practice both. You might say, yeah, I don't like doing it this way or that way because I'm not good at it. Well, you don't get good at stuff that you don't practice. You don't get good at blindsiding unless you practice it. And I know when I was with Sierra England, there were a lot of drivers who would say they won't, they would actually lie or be trained improperly by their trainers, be told that they're not allowed to blindside. I'm like hell you aren't. That's they absolutely will tell you can blindside, but but don't blindside if you don't need to. There are some back-ends where you absolutely have to do it though. What is going on here? So now I can't get through to get to my door because this guy has to open his trailer doors. And I don't know what these guys in front of me are doing. But again, this is why I can't stand. Why do people do this shit? Why do you have to open your trailer doors in a way where you're blocking the entire freaking lane? Even though it's only a minute or so, it's still. Again, it's a total lack of respect for the fact that anybody else is here and is trying to do stuff themselves. It drives me nuts. I don't know if these guys are just staged waiting on their dock door assignments or dock doors to become available, or if they're... dude, your ass is waiting. Hold on. Hey! What are you doing? I'm trying to dock. I'm trying to get to my dock door. These guys, this guy has to open his doors with it blocking the damn lane. Why do you have to be a dick? Fucking jerk. Be all in a hurry like that. I got my four-ways on. I'm not here trying to get in next to the... And then he has to go across my... he's trying to get over here to the Bobtail area. Again, fucking self-centered douchebag. It's like, I'm gonna call your ass on being an asshole. You want to screwball around with me? Go ahead. Hey man, yeah, you're definitely gonna hear from me though, and don't fuck around with me. I'm not a small guy. I'm not trying to threaten people, but saying if you get stupid with me, stupid things might happen. That's all I'm saying, and that's not me who's gonna do it. Okay, so Walmart normally does not require tandems back, so I don't normally slide them. Even though some of them will actually have on paper that you're supposed to, but they rarely do require it. I over-rotated the trailer. I was too late chasing it. Or following it. Might be a little bit off to the left here. I mean to the right. There we go. Got it corrected. Yeah, I think that was bad there. Try dealing with the shenanigans that go on in Colton at the Walmart DC there. Holy shit, man. People really have no patience and no respect for anybody there. That's why we call it the Colton Circus. Okay, let's get disconnected. Usually helps when the brakes are released. Alright. I don't know where he's... Let's see. I'm trying to get out of Trias's way. I'm going to turn down England's here too. Alright, so the issue I had there is that he didn't even give a shit about what I think his only real issue is that I was too far back from the other guy. I'm like, so what? Give the guy space. I don't know what he's got going on. Well, that guy's trying to dock in, but I don't know what the other two guys who were up ahead are doing. I don't know if they're trying to dock in as well, or if they're just sitting there waiting for a door to become available. But he didn't even want to lift my way either. That's the real problem there. There are times where I don't know what's going on with the guy in front of me and all. I'll pull up next to them and I'll look to see what they got going on. I'll give him a little respect at least. But he didn't even look my way until he saw me like looking at him and raising my arms up. And like, what the fuck you doing, dude? Okay, I'm going to get checked in here, and I'll have some more for you on the way out of here. Alright guys, we're done unloading here. Let's see. I've been parked for not quite 2.5 hours, so They're not too bad for Walmart. Not the quickest I've ever done. Look like this guy's getting ready to leave. Alright, so let's get hooked up and then we'll talk about what we're doing next. I think this guy's backing in next to where my trailer is at. Well, if he's gonna be doing all that shit, then are you going to 333 or 332?
33.
Okay, because I'm right next to you. I'll go ahead and wait. I'll go ahead and wait for you to go back.
I did go to 333.
Yeah, I'm in 334. So you just want to go ahead and back, I'll wait. There's more room to back if I just stay where I'm at. He's already said that, man. Again, why do you back while you're blocking the fucking lane? Open your doors while you're not blocking the lane, people. Why is that so difficult? It all comes down to the same thing I was talking about here earlier with that other guy who was trying to go by Bobtail to go park in the Bullpen after he'd already dropped his trailer. It's a matter of respect. You're not giving other people any respect at all. Then don't be surprised when when shit happens. When you piss off the wrong person. I'm not saying it's going to be me. I'm saying there are people out here who might do that. You don't know when someone's on their last straw before they want to kill themselves or kill someone else who just is crossing them the wrong way or whatever. Respect, all right? It's why is that so difficult? I should have just said fuck him and hook up anyway. Doing? I'm not in any hurry though, so I hardly care. And then what's he doing now? Sliding his tandems? It's like if he's gonna slide his tandems, why not do that earlier? But again, that comes back to what we were talking about earlier today anyway. I can't see where he's at. I assume he's only got his doors open, so I assume that he's going back there to slide his tandems, but oh, there you are. Yeah, now in hindsight, I should have been a dick and just hooked up to my trailer right away and said, screw you, you're going to block the lane and you're going to be set up wrong anyway and block the lane to do your shit, then I don't really care. He doesn't have respect for anybody either, so why should I? everything doesn't want to go smoothly, does it? Alright guys, let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna creep out of here, so I don't want to burn on duty time or 14-hour clock if I don't need to. So, because what I'm gonna end up doing is I'll just creep out of here and then I can PC to a truck stop or something. I don't have a pre-plan right now. Actually, I just got asked right now by my dispatcher if I still need to get home. So that's what's. So I should know pretty soon what I have going on next. I don't know if they're gonna give me a short load coming back to going back to California, or if I'm gonna have to deadhead from here. And then if I do deadhead, I'll have to ask them, should I drop my trailer somewhere here in this area, or in San Bernardino. Alright, so we'll go ahead. I don't know, I guess we'll go ahead and let's see, give me 1 second to see if we can deadhead that far. We'll update shortly. Okay. Doesn't really sound like they have any loads, any short loads then. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it. I'll call this a day, right? There's no reason to drag this on. I'm just gonna creep on through here anyway. So, and I've already told you guys what needs to be told. So, like I said, it's kind of looking like I might end up deadheading from here, but hopefully not. I don't want to deadhead 400 miles at my own cost. I'd rather, if anything, go up to the Phoenix area, pick up, reload. If need be, get it up onto I-40 or something, and then swap with somebody who's up there, and in exchange for something going into California. As long as I can deliver on by the morning of the 27th, I'd be happy. So, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. I guess we'll see you guys whatever we're doing next. I don't know if it'll be reloading here in the area today or after I get done with my home time. All right, we'll see you guys.